The young Philly situation just keeps getting worse. This guy's literally going to be stuck there until July 2026 at absolute minimum. It's going to go on for even longer than that. Let me just bring you guys up to date of how this situation has played out, and we'll get into the updates today about what's going to happen going forward with young Philly. So September 27, 2024, young Philly performs in Bar 120 nightclub in Hillary's, a coastal suburb of Perth, Australia. But apparently a situation occurred following that performance in the club. An alleged sexual assault in Perth, a woman accuses young Philly. She's in her 20s. She says that she was sexually assaulted by him in his hotel room after his performance at that club. Numerous fans had come out for him. Women were literally throwing themselves at him in the club, and this was moments before the disaster. This guy was in good spirits. Backstage, he was saying that he's a bit drunk when they was filming him for a TikTok, but things went horribly wrong after this, and the world was about to find out. He faces 8 charges, 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault, occasionally body harm, and 1 count of impeding normal breathing or circulation. Prosecutors present images of the woman's injuries, and police cite CCTV footage as evidence. And it wasn't until around a week later or so that everyone found out about the situation. He was arrested, it was posted everywhere, he was in handcuffs, and young Philly was trending on the internet.
A popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
That's right, Lara, and it's serious. He's facing 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation. Detectives say the 29-year-old man sexually assaulted a woman in her 20s in his Perth hotel room after he performed an event in Hillary's on Saturday, September 28.
He was extradited to Perth to face charges in relation to this incident. October 10th, young Philly appears at Perth Magistrates Court for his initial hearing. He confirms his name and acknowledges the charges, but does not enter a plea. He's granted conditional bail, but has to pay $100,000 or £52,000. His bail conditions include remaining in Australia and reporting to the police daily, and not contacting the alleged victim, and not posting about the case on social media. And this might be a thing in Australia, but we don't often see this. They obviously know that young Philly has a massive audience, and this could influence certain parts of it, like his fans going after the victim. It might be to protect her and maybe her identity as well. But young Philly, of course, has stuck by that and not posted anything on social media throughout this situation. And a lot of his friends are saying that they're not allowed to either. The following month, young Philly was caught speeding in a car out there as well, which obviously didn't help the situation, which led to reckless driving charge being added and his car getting impounded that he has out there. He appears in Perth Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty straight away to reckless driving charge. March 11, 2025, young Philly appears at Perth Magistrates Court and pleads not guilty to all 8 charges related to the Perth sexual assault case. He is seen leaving court and for the first time speaks to reporters, but only to cite the lovely weather. A trial listing at this point was put forward for June 13, 2025, which we'll get into right now.
Whose real name is Andreas Felipe Valencia Barrientos, is accused of assaulting a woman in her 20s in his hotel room after a gig at Bar 1 nightclub on September 28.
Are you guilty?
Yeah, but man, it's a lovely day.
Are the accusations true? How are you feeling about your next court date?
The 29-year-old will face a committal hearing in June.
I thought the trial was going to be going ahead today, but apparently that's not the case. It says he pleaded not guilty to the charges in Perth Magistrates Court in March, and the matter was moved to the higher district court. It said that young Philly has now had 2 additional rape charges added to the indictment that allegedly occurred on the same day as the other offences. He's yet to enter a plea on them charges. He's on bail with strict conditions right now after paying $100,000. A 10-day trial has been set for July 20th next year. They haven't said anything about easing them bail conditions and letting him go home, so he's gonna be stuck in Australia for another year now. This is definitely not the news that young Philly wanted, because the world is moving on without him, whether he's guilty or not guilty. Even Chunks, his friend, started his own podcast now and said this is an ongoing situation. Maybe he got the news earlier that this could be a while before young Philly's gonna be back, innocent or not.
Of course, there is an ongoing situation that's happening right now, which I won't comment on. I can't comment on because of the fact it is ongoing. So I hope you guys understand that and are here to support the show, the Chunk Show, because that's what it's about. I'm trying to elevate this. It's a passion project for me. It's something I really enjoy doing. So I'm here to give this a shot and give it a try, and hopefully you guys can support.
Chunks, of course, has got a bit of backlash, but he cannot wait forever for young Philly. Right now, it's already been over a year, and it's just been delayed another year, and Chunks obviously likes doing a podcast. There's numerous ways he could make money doing other things. He didn't have to, but he's just taken a step forward. Imagine young Philly does end up going to prison as well. Regardless if he waits this out or not, people are going to say things about Philly because he had a podcast with him at one point. Now, the fact that this situation has been delayed another year is obvious why. There's 2 additional charges. I'm not sure if this woman's saying another 2 times that night that something happened, but that's the reason it's been delayed, because young Philly's gonna have to go enter a plea again to these 2 additional charges. It just delays everything. I'm not sure if this was some sort of strategy from the other side's lawyers to delay this situation for another year to prepare, but young Philly, regardless of being innocent or actually doing this situation, will be stuck in that country for another year. They better hope that they put him behind bars, because this has ruined his life for years now, and if he's innocent, this guy should be due a lot of compensation for how much this has ruined his life. There was a story about Benjamin Mendy being accused by numerous women. He ended up being found not guilty at the end of it all, but it ruined his career. This has kind of become a laughing stock in the UK, many people making memes out of it, but of course it's a serious situation with an actual victim or potentially someone's life being ruined that's innocent, but we need to find out the truth in that eventual trial.
Young Philly's trial starting this month, no?
Yo, that's mad still.
What are you thinking on that? How you feel for him? You know him?
I know about him, yeah.
Okay. I don't know him again. You don't know him again. I just know about him.
You know what? Like, I played football with him back in the days, and that's it, really and truly. But see him in the scene and that. But when what came out about him, I was just like, raw. This is dark, bro. This is mad. It's not looking good though, man. It's not looking good still. Like, I could have haters, you could be in my comments, but you can't call me that, or you can't call me this or that, bro. Everything's
that's how it has to be, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it has to be like that, bro. Yeah. You see when something's coming out about artists like that, most of the time is happening, bro. Like, it must be true, because why ain't it coming out why ain't other artists getting called out like that? Like, why is that artist getting called out? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because
we all do the same thing. We all go that show there, we go there.
Judging by the news we got today that this is being delayed again, they're putting forward more charges, is probably a good thing for young Philly, because it shows that they're not optimistic right now. They can put him behind bars definitely with what they got. It could be some good news for him, or they could just want to get another 2 charges on him to make sure. There's been nothing suggested about young Philly possibly returning to the UK to wait out to come next year for his trial. We know the UK and Australia have a good relationship, so it'd be really hard for him to completely avoid going back to face justice, and obviously he's pleading not guilty as well, but it just hasn't been brought up. Maybe they're not even considering letting him leave the country right now because it's such a serious offense. Guys, yesterday I uploaded another documentary video on Amy Winehouse. You guys need to check that out. That's a crazy video. I'll leave the end screen right now. See you on the next one. Peace out.